fight, flight, freeze. We all know those three. But nobody warned me about the fourth one. Fawn. It's when you say yes while your whole body is screaming no. It's when you agree, smile, shrink, soothe, overexplain, just so the other person does not get upset. You don't agree because you're kind. You agree to stay safe. And if that is you, I want you to know something. You are not weak. You learned how to survive.
That is so beautifully put. And I am really glad you named it that way. Because fawning is real. It is common. And it is one of the most misunderstood trauma responses out there. Before we go any further, a quick note. This episode is educational. It is not therapy, and it is not a substitute for professional help. If you are struggling, please reach out to someone qualified. Okay, James, I want to start where you just ended. What does fawning feel like in your body?
It feels like a tightness in my chest. Like someone asks me for something. And before I even think, my mouth is already saying sure. Then later I am exhausted. I am annoyed at myself. And I do not even know why I agreed.
Right. The yes comes out before the no can even form.
Exactly. It is automatic. Like a reflex.
Can you give me a recent example?
Sure. A friend asked me to help them move on Saturday. I already had plans to rest. But before I could even check in with myself, I said yes. Then I spent the whole week dreading it.
You said yes to protect the friendship. Even though your body was asking for rest.
Exactly. And I do not even think they would have minded if I said no.
Chapter 1. Fight, flight, freeze, and fawn. Most of us learned about fight and flight in school. Then freeze got added later. But fawn is the one a lot of people miss. Fawn is the urge to keep someone calm by becoming what they want. It is people-pleasing turned up to a survival level.
So it is not just being nice?
No. Niceness is a choice. Fawning is a reaction. When you are being nice, you can still say no. When you are fawning, no feels dangerous.
That is exactly how it feels. Dangerous. Not like they will hit me. More like they will pull away. Or get cold. Or think I am too much.
Yes. The threat is not physical for everyone. Sometimes the threat is abandonment. Sometimes it is disapproval. Sometimes it is the silence that follows a boundary.
The silence is the worst. I will do anything to avoid that silence.
Of course you will. If silence meant danger when you were young, your nervous system still reads it that way.
So my body thinks disagreement is unsafe.
In a way, yes. Your body learned that keeping the peace was the safest way to stay connected. And it never really got the update.
That makes so much sense. And it makes me sad too.
I understand. Grief often shows up when we name these patterns. You are grieving the younger version of you who had to work this hard to feel safe. Chapter 2. Where people-pleasing is learned.
Where does this come from? Because I look back and I do not see one big traumatic event. I just see a lot of small moments.
Say more about that.
Like asking for something and seeing a parent's face tighten. Or having a different opinion and suddenly the room went cold. Or saying no and getting the sigh. You know the sigh.
I do. That sigh says you have disappointed me without using words. And for a child, that can feel like a threat to the relationship.
So I learned to read the room. I learned to become easy. I learned to make myself small enough that no one would mind me.
You became a mood detective. You scanned faces, tones, body language. You adjusted yourself before anyone even asked.
Yes. And I thought that meant I was mature. I thought it meant I was kind.
Mature and kind can be true. But they can also be a costume for survival.
Wow. A costume for survival. That hits.
It does. And the hard part is, it probably worked. Being agreeable probably did keep things calmer. So your brain has proof that fawning is effective.
Right. It got me through a lot. But now it is getting in the way. My friendships feel one-sided. My calendar is full of things I do not want to do.
That is the cost. You traded authenticity for safety a long time ago. Now you get to choose differently. Because when you are a child, love and safety are supposed to be unconditional. But if they felt conditional on your behavior, you learned to earn them. You learned that being agreeable kept you close.
And now I am an adult still doing the math. If I say no, will they still love me?
Exactly. The child inside you is still doing that math. And that child needs to hear that it is safe now. Chapter 3. The fear underneath the agreement.
Can we talk about the fear? Because it sounds so simple from the outside. Just say no. But inside it feels like I am standing on the edge of a cliff.
Tell me what the cliff looks like.
If I say no, they will think I am selfish. They will pull away. They will tell other people I am difficult. Or they will just stop liking me.
Those fears are real to you. I am not going to dismiss them. But I do want to ask something. How many times has that actually happened?
Honestly? Almost never. Most people just say okay. But my body acts like it happens every time.
What happens in your body right before you say yes?
My stomach tightens. My throat gets small. Sometimes my hands tingle. It is like my whole system is flashing a red light.
That is your nervous system bracing for threat. It is not weakness. It is your body trying to keep you safe the only way it knows how.
I have spent years hating that feeling. Maybe I can start thanking it instead.
That is a beautiful shift. Thank your body for protecting you. Then remind it that you are safe now. Because in that moment, your nervous system is not responding to what is actually happening. It is responding to an old template. Your body learned that conflict equals disconnection. So it mobilizes to prevent conflict before it even starts.
So I am not actually afraid of this person. I am afraid of the feeling I used to have.
Yes. You are afraid of the younger feeling. The one where disagreement meant you were alone.
That is it. That is exactly it. And then when I do say no, I feel guilty. Like I have done something wrong.
Guilt is the alarm bell. Your system is saying, warning, warning, you just broke the old rule. The rule was agree to stay safe. When you break that rule, guilt shows up to pull you back.
So guilt is not telling me the truth. It is just trying to protect me.
That is a really helpful reframe. Guilt is information, not instruction. You can thank it for trying to keep you safe, and then keep your boundary anyway. Chapter 4. Practicing tiny boundaries.
Okay, so how do I stop fawning? I do not want to become a jerk. I just want to be honest.
You do not have to stop all at once. You start tiny. Micro boundaries. Things so small they almost feel silly.
Like what?
Like saying, I need a minute. Or, not tonight. Or, I will get back to you on that. These are complete sentences. They do not need a 3-paragraph explanation.
I always give the 3-paragraph explanation. I feel like I owe people a whole essay on why I cannot do something.
You do not owe anyone a dissertation on your no. No is a complete sentence. And the people who love you will survive it.
That feels impossible to believe.
I know. So do not start with the hardest person. Start with the safest person. Or even start with yourself.
With myself?
Yes. Practice saying no out loud when you are alone. No, I am not going to skip lunch today. No, I do not want to answer that email at midnight. No, I am not going to make myself small to keep the peace.
Just saying it out loud feels strange. But also kind of powerful.
That is the point. You are building a new neural pathway. The more you say it, the less foreign it feels.
So it is not about becoming hard. It is about becoming honest.
That is beautifully said. Boundaries are not walls. They are the places where your self-respect begins.
Can you walk me through one?
Sure. Imagine a friend texts, "Can you pick me up from the airport at midnight?" You want to help. But you also have an early morning. Instead of an essay, try this. "I cannot do midnight, but I can help you find a ride."
That feels kind and honest.
It is. You are not abandoning them. You are honoring your limit while still caring.
I like that. It is a both and instead of either or.
Chapter 5. Disappointing people without falling apart.
What if someone is actually disappointed? I cannot handle that face. That slight disappointment.
I hear you. Disappointment is uncomfortable. But discomfort is not danger. You can feel it without fixing it.
I always try to fix it. If I sense disappointment, I backtrack. I say, actually, never mind, I will do it. And then I overdo it. I bring coffee. I check in 5 times. I try to erase the fact that I almost had a boundary.
Because fixing it restores the old feeling of safety. But it costs you your boundary. And it costs you your truth.
So what do I do instead?
You let them have their disappointment. You do not have to argue with it. You do not have to fix it. You just let it be there.
That sounds like standing in a rainstorm and not opening an umbrella.
A little bit, yes. But the rain will not drown you. It is just water. And you are stronger than the storm now.
I want to believe that.
I know. Believing it comes after doing it a few times. Each time you tolerate the discomfort, your nervous system updates. It learns, oh, I did not fall apart. The relationship did not end. I am still here.
So I build evidence. Little by little.
Exactly. One honest no at a time. And some days you will slip back into the old yes. That is normal. Recovery is not a straight line. It is a spiral. You keep coming back to the same lessons, but with more compassion each time.
I needed to hear that. I am so hard on myself when I fawn.
Of course you are. But the goal is not perfection. The goal is awareness. The moment you notice yourself fawning, you are already halfway free. Before we close, I want to leave people with one small thing. Something they can try tonight.
Yes, please.
Think of one thing you would like to say no to. It does not have to be big. Maybe it is an invitation, a favor, a late-night text. Write it down. Then write one simple sentence. No, I cannot do that. Or, I am not available. Or, I need to check my schedule. Say it out loud to yourself 3 times. That is it. You do not have to send the message tonight. You just have to practice the shape of the word in your mouth.
I am going to do that tonight. I already have one thing in mind.
Good. And if you try it, be gentle with the part of you that gets scared. That part is not the enemy. That part is the one who kept you safe when safety was not guaranteed. Thank it, and then choose honesty anyway.
Thank you for saying that. This conversation made me feel less alone.
You are not alone. So many people are learning this right alongside you. If this episode spoke to you, subscribe to Healing Minds. We will keep unpacking these patterns together. One gentle step at a time.